Once upon a time, in the 5th or 6th century, there lived a Buddhist monk named Bodhidharma. He was known as the transmitter of Buddhism from India to China, which later became known as Zen Buddhism. Bodhidharma was considered the most influential successor of Buddha in the history of Buddhism. Legend has it that, when Bodhidharma went to China, the Emperor of China eagerly sought his guidance. The Emperor told Bodhidharma, "My mind is always disturbed and very uneasy. I am here for seeking a solution to bring peace to my mind." The Emperor believed that, Bodhidharma being a great sage, and only he can solve my problem. Bodhidharma responded by saying, "First, you don't have to do anything. Just bring your mind to me." The Emperor found this puzzling and couldn't understand what the monk meant. But he decided to follow Bodhidharma's instructions and meet him at 4 o'clock in the morning, when nobody else would be around. The Emperor's mind was troubled throughout the night, and he even considered cancelling the meeting, thinking that Bodhidharma might be insane. However, he felt drawn to the monk's presence and believed there might be something valuable to gain from this meet. As the morning arrived, the Emperor reached the meeting place where Bodhidharma was sitting with his staff. Bodhidharma asked, "So, you have come. Where is your mind? Have you brought it with you or not?" The Emperor, totally confused, and replied, "What are you talking about? My mind is with me here. It's not something I can forget somewhere. It resides within me." Bodhidharma agreed his response and said, "All right, now close your eyes and try to locate where your mind is. If you can find it, show it to me, and I will help bring peace to it." Though still confused, the Emperor followed the monk's instructions, closed his eyes, and began searching for his mind. He tried and tried, but the more he delved within, the more he realized he couldn't locate his mind. He became aware that the mind was not something touchable, it was simply an activity. The Emperor understood that his quest was meaningless, as there was nothing to be found. If the mind was an activity, he reasoned, then he just needed to stop engaging in that activity, just like not walking if one didn't want to walk. He understands that the mind was a collection of thoughts arising like clouds during unconsciousness. By becoming aware and conscious, he realized there was no such thing as the mind. Eventually, the Emperor opened his eyes and humbly bowed down to Bodhidharma, confessing, "Until now, I had never truly searched for my mind. I used to be troubled by it. But now, when I search, I have discovered that there is nothing called the mind." Bodhidharma replied, "It means that I have brought peace to your mind. Now remember that whenever you feel uneasy, simply look within and locate where the disturbance arises. When you search for it, you won't find any disturbance, but you will undoubtedly find your true self, which is serene and tranquil." If we observe our lives, we will notice that in today's world, millions of people suffer from disturbing thoughts in their minds. These thoughts can be more agonizing than physical pain. People suffer because they never try to explore their minds or look within. In reality, the mind is nothing more than thoughts emerging like clouds during unconsciousness. However, when we become conscious and start observing our thoughts, they begin to diminish. As we become thoughtless, the mind vanishes and becomes a source of happiness instead of suffering. So, whenever you feel a disturbed mind, take a moment to sit back and witness your thoughts. Don't resist them. Let them come and go without attachment. Observe them as if you were standing on the side of a road, watching traffic pass by as a mere spectator. Through this process of witnessing, your thoughts will gradually subside, leaving you with your true self, which is peaceful and blissful. The story of Bodhidharma and the Emperor teaches us a valuable lesson in dealing with disturbances in our lives. We can apply this understanding by taking a moment to pause, look within, and observe our thoughts when faced with turmoil. Instead of resisting or being consumed by negative emotions, we can choose to be aware and detached, recognizing that our thoughts are transient and do not define us. By practicing mindfulness and non-attachment, we can diminish the power of disturbances and connect with our true selves, finding lasting peace and serenity amidst the challenges of daily life.